for Thanksgiving, or who actually having people over for Thanksgiving. I want to welcome you to the Inspiration in 30. My name is Gloria Ward, and I'm the founder of the I'm Loving Me Project. If you are new here, I want to welcome you. If you're not and you always come and we always have a dialogue, I want to welcome you back. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend, and I hope everyone was able to enjoy some of this weather. It is cool here in Atlanta. It was okay over the weekend. Then all of a sudden it rained, and now it's cold. Hey Bree, how are you? And now it's cold. So here's the thing. All of you guys know that we are doing the series Crushing Those Ants, right? Hey Brent, hey Brent, hey Deborah. We doing the series Crushing Those Ants. If you have not signed up, the registration, it is free to come. You can sign up. The only thing you have to do is go ahead and purchase the journal, because we're using the journal that Ellie Curry has, our coach Ellie Curry, and it has been, the first session was amazing. I don't know if you guys came on or not, but it was amazing. We had a good time. And I sent out, I don't know what's wrong with my screen. I sent out the link so that everybody will understand what the concept is behind the ants and how you can go ahead and start to crush those ants. And one of the things that we're doing now is we identifying which of those ants are always in our head crawling around telling us crazy things. And I have a treat for you guys who come on Wednesday. I'm going to have Miss Jackie come. I spoke with her. I'm going to have Miss Jackie come and really get into the ants before we get into the book. And so that you can fully understand. I mean, I think I did a pretty good job explaining it, but when she actually, that's like her thing, right? When she actually comes on and explaining, hey, Vanessa, you'll really get a grasp of, you know, uh, uh, those things. Also, I went and uh, I went and did something. I forgot my thought. But anyway, remember, Empower Her Soul is Sunday, November the 22nd, and we're talking about forgiveness. So if you need to forgive someone, if you need to learn how to forgive someone, if you feel like you're stuck in something and you don't know how to forgive, please come on with our coach Keisha so we could talk about the power of forgiveness. Forgiveness is for you. We're going to talk about how important it is if you have done someone wrong, and if you are looking for somebody to forgive you, then you can learn how you can reach out to that person, ask for their forgiveness, and if they accept it, great. If not, then you get to move on with your life. But the whole thing about forgiveness is being able to let go so that you can move on. So we got two things that's going on. And the reason why I wanted to talk to you ladies today, and I came on really quickly, is because we are doing so much. And I want you to understand that you can do so much with a little, right? The little bit that you might have that you think is not enough, you can go ahead and do so much. My grandmother used to say, one lemon, one lemon can make a half a gallon of lemonade, right? One lemon can make a half a gallon of lemonade that you can drink on for a couple of days. We women know and understand what it means to stretch something, right? We know how to take a little and make it a lot. We know how to take something and make it stretch. That's just in our nature. That's just what we do, especially if we have families, right? But what happens when it comes to you, right? What happens when it comes to you personally? And I'm going to keep drilling this in your head, ladies, because it is November 16th. Here we are. Hey, April. Hey, Sharon. Here we are in November. We are not looking for no rah rah come January 1st, right? Because we're going to still be in the same situation that we're in as far as the world is concerned. But the shift that happens in us is the thing that's going to be different. The way that we set our goals and move our life is what's going to be different, right? How we decide to move forward with what we do is going to be the thing that's going to make or break us, right? And it only takes just a little bit. Y'all know the Bible verse about the mustard seed, right? I was talking to some friends this weekend, and we was going through it. My friend, she was talking about how she finally decided to go ahead and start her business and start building. And let me just tell y'all something, because I talk about business a lot. And the reason why I talk about business a lot, only because 2021 is the year of the woman. I'm telling you, I don't care if it's career, business, or whatever it is that you're trying to do. 2021 is the year of the woman. We have a female president. There are so many things that women are doing around the world. We have women going in the Senate, women going in Congress. It is just the year of the women. And you have to be able to catch the wave and ride it while it's here. Remember, everything has a season, right? And our season is here, and it is brewing, and it is coming, right? And that's why I keep drilling in y'all heads that we got to get over our stuff. We got to knock out these weeds so we can get the blessings that are coming down. You get what I'm saying? We got to be able to rip through our stuff and get rid of that stuff and start our healing process so that we can manage ourselves, so we can grab all of the things that are coming down the pipe, right? So we can take advantage of all of these things that are happening. And I know you guys see it around, right? I know you see it around. Female president, women in Senate and Congress, all these people promoting women things and women empowerment movements and women in business and women doing all of these things. I'm telling you, it is going to sprinkle down all the way down, even into your business or your job or your career, whatever it is, right? People are looking for women to step up to be leaders because they're finally understanding how much we can do with a little bit. Do you hear me? No longer are we sitting up here just stretching food and finances and things like that. We can manage budgets. We can be in boardrooms. We can have our own business. We can build teams. We can do all of that. And we know that. But do you know what they tell us? And I was reading this report. I don't know where I put it because I threw it because I was so mad. You know what they say? They say, well, women are very good and they very organized, but they only can do office work. You know why? Because they're too emotional. They allow things to get to them, right? They're not bulls. They don't go out there and they don't ask for stuff. You know, men go out there and they ask for money and they ask for all these things. And I'm saying to myself, we ask. We go out and we ask for things. But most of the time we are looked over because of the misconceptions that we have. The minute that we start crying, the minute that we get angry, the minute that we do all of this stuff, oh my God, see, that's why we can't, give Lisa anything or Vanessa anything, because here she go being emotional, here she go acting out, right? But that's what they say, right? Only because most of the people who are outside who are in control are males. Now, you guys know I work in a male dominated industry. I work in IT, right? And I face this every day. Every day when I ask for something, it's just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get to it. And then I ask again, oh yeah, I'm gonna get to it. And then you gotta come outside of yourself just to get something, right? Because the level of respect is not there. But one of the things that I had to remember, and one of the things that I do and I practice, is that, Gloria, you can do more with the little that you have. The stuff that you have in your hand right now, you can make an impact with that. And you can show yourself approved with that. And when you do that, people will see your work. Because what people don't see that we do, ladies, is that when everything is going well and everything is running well, it's not until we step away or we leave and that shit fall apart where they ask, well, where the hell, well, what happened? How did we get this way? And it's like, April's not here, Sharon's not here, but Vanessa's not here, Deborah's not here. They say that at work, they say that at home, if you got a husband and kids, right? They say that when you are out with your friends, it doesn't matter, right? But we can do so much with the little that we have. But we have to clean ourselves up. We have to put ourselves in a position where the daily struggles that we have, we are working on them, right? We don't have to hide them, but we are working on them. We have to be able to be okay with our life right now and fall in love with it, no matter how it looks, because there's always a season. We know the law of rhythm, right? The law of rhythm says everything is an up and down thing. We can't help it. What goes up must come down. It's going to get warm, it's going to get cold. That's life, right? Nothing. We see it in the trees and in nature. Nothing ever lasts. But while it's there, it does its best and it does its job. Do you hear me? We are here for a reason. And while you're here, you have to do your job and you have to make your impact. Whatever it is that you have, right? Whatever it is that you have. That shit that's clouding your mind right now, that thing that is holding you, those weeds that keep messing with your brain, those distractions that you have, that you feel like you can't get over, we got to figure out how to push that to the side. That's why we got this damn ant workshop. That's why we got the Empower Her Soul. The reason is because we always make goals, y'all. We always say that we're going to do something, but there is no damn manifestations of nothing. Why? Because we keep ourselves in that cloud. We keep ourselves stuck in that place. We keep ourselves in this position, and we start to tell ourselves, well, maybe it's not for us. Maybe we can't do this. Where everything has a rhythm and everything has a season, right? So the way to get out of that is that you got to bust out of here. We live in our minds more than we live in the world. Have you noticed that? We live in our heads more than we live in our world. And because of that, we have to learn how to take care of ourselves and take care of our minds, because that's where we spend most of our time. It is always something that we're thinking about. It is always something that we're trying to do, have, or be. Right? And the little that we do have that we're holding on to, I'm telling you, you can multiply it. You can multiply it. How? by being grateful for what you have and looking at and pulling on those things and people to help make you grow. You get it? All of that stuff that you are praying for, hoping for, believing in God for, writing down every day, all of those things that you are doing, make it a point in 2021 for you to manifest those things. Because we plan and we write down, we get books. You see, I got mine. We plan, we write down, we do booklets, we do vision boards, we do all this stuff. But we don't work on the manifestation part. We don't take the little that we have and turn it into something that we can use. Right? Think about it. Kim, April, Sharon, Vanessa, Deborah, Bree, if you're still on, right? How many times have you told yourself that you was gonna do something, change something, have something? And every time you started working on it, right? You said to yourself, well, this is what I have. I'm gonna try to work with what I got. And then when it got hard for you, or difficult or challenging, or you felt like you didn't have enough, you put it to the side and you said, you know what? I gotta wait until I have. I can't do it until I XYZ. I'm waiting on this person, right? I can't start until I have that. Why? Why are we doing that? I need to find me somebody who will help me. Well, when are you going to do that? When? There are plenty of people out here that can help you now. When are you going to do that? I'm waiting for the right time. It will never be. It will never be the right time. I am in my struggle now trying to get my book finished. And I was sitting down and I was writing yesterday, and I just sat here for an hour, and I do all kind of things before I sit down to write because I believe I got to do so much stuff, right? And then I said to myself, well, I need more books. So I went on Amazon, I ordered more books, and I said, well, I can't finish until I get the books in. And it's like, no. Excuses are the tools of the incompetent. That's what I was taught in high school. Excuses are the tools of the incompetent. Everybody who is listening now has the capabilities to manifest anything you have, everything you want in your life. You already possess, you already have. And we know that conceptually, right? Everybody knows that. Everybody on here knows it conceptually, right? Everything that God created, I have in me. I'm ready to go, and I want to do it. Right? And you say to yourself, well, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna try. And it's like, yeah, go out there and try. And then it's like, well, it ain't working out for me. The little bit that I have, I'm losing it. No, you're not. Right? No, you're not. What you're doing is you're growing. Think about your mama. I would say this. Think about your mama, your grandmama, your auntie, and all of them back in the day when you were younger. And they would say, okay, my grandmother used to do this all the time. She used to tell me, she used to say, I'm going to go ahead and pay all my bills. Make sure you pay all your bills. The first thing you do is you pay your rent, right? The next thing you do is you pay your light bill, because if you have a roof over your head and some lights, if you have those two things, you can cook, you have a place to sleep, and you'll be able to at least stay warm. Even if you ain't got no heat, you got blankets, right? Even if you got a gas stove, you can go ahead and get something electric, right? The little things, what the most important things that we have to choose because we can't do it all, we make the sound decisions with what we have so that we can stretch and grow. Does that make sense? Grandma did it, mama did it, auntie did it, everybody did it. Now, we might have to sacrifice some things, sacrifice our pleasures and, some of our wants, which of course we never want to do, but we sometimes will have to. But that's okay. Because what we know for sure and what keeps us happy and what keeps us in a position where we can continuously push forward and believe is that the season is going to change. The season is going to change. It can't help but get better. If it's starting out worse, it's going to get better. If it's starting out good, you're going to have to plan for when it goes the other way. Right? And that's just how life is. Can we help it? No. Everybody went through it. Jesus went through it. Right? We can't ignore it. But what we can do is we can look at what we have. We can be grateful for that. And we can expand. Forget about the man you don't have, the relationship you want, the bank account you want, the money you want, the raise you want, all that stuff. What do you have right now? And are you grateful for it? I like what Ellie said. I don't know if you guys came on the aunt's Zoom we had last week. But one of the things that she said to us, she said, when your life really starts turning around? And we all was like, when? She said, when you become your own best friend. When you become your own best friend, that's when your life starts to turn around. Why? Because you get to see how when you pour into others, you start pouring into yourself. And one of the things that you do as a best friend is you be there for them. You don't judge them. You love them. You talk to them every day if you could. You laugh with them. And everybody was just like, wow, that is so true. What happens if you become your own best friend? What will happen if you decide that, what? The little bit that I have, it is okay. And it's going to grow. I'm going to use what I have to grow. And as I walk along this journey, I know I'm going to have bumps in the road. I know I'm going to have these ants running through my head. I know I'm going to be faced with all this stuff, but that's okay. Because where I'm going and what I want to accomplish and how I want to live my life and the peace that I want, it is worth the journey. Because eventually that's all we want. All of us just want to live in peace. Be able to do what we want to do in a peaceful, loving, hopeful way. Right? Adversities, we want to be able to handle those things. Our mind, we want to be able to train ourselves to love, and to have peace and joy and happiness, right? Is it always going to go our way? No, because this is years of programming. But what can we do? We can spend the rest of our years being grateful for the little we have and stretching it and growing it so that we can be who we are. I told a friend this weekend too. I told her, I said, I have a great life. I do. I have a great life. And sometimes I have to remind myself of how great my life is. I get to go to work when I want. I get to do what I love on both ends. I get to be in relationships anytime I want to. I don't have anyone, all my friends are wonderful. They support me, they love me, right? My family, even though they're a little bit crazy, they still support me and love me, right? I have my peace. I have my dogs. I have my life. I practice the art of forgiveness. And even though it's not easy, I still put myself out there to love and to be loved, to attract love, to have joy and laughter, to be in the presence of you women here, to spread the message of love and to spread the message of peace and joy, to laugh with you guys. And you guys know I curse like a sailor. I tell you about my relationships. If you was on that Empower, Crush Your Ants, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, right? All that stuff. Why? Because I made a decision to take the little I had, because I could have been the bitter divorced woman living in a 1-bedroom apartment trying to make it. I could have been that. And to some degree, if I look at that end of my life and that scale, I could be. But I worked on my mind. I took what I had and I said, you know what? That's not going to be me, because it's not me. We're going to look at the things that we went through as a blessing, to say, you know what? I can sit down and I could talk to someone about divorce. I could sit down and talk to someone about forgiveness. I could sit down and talk to someone about grief, sadness, all anger, all this stuff, all these emotions that we go through, right? But here's the thing. So can you. So can you. Once you make a decision that the most important thing is for you to be happy and you to be you happy and not pretending or faking for nobody, then that's when you start to live, right? I got a friend right now, I promise you. I say an acquaintance because it's not a friend. Everything that comes out of that mouth is negative. Negative, negative, negative Nancy like crazy. I was on Lifestyle Today. Hopefully they'll post it today. I was on TV, right? Talking about the project and you guys and all that stuff, right? And so I sent it to her. And the first thing, that she said was, oh, you look like you was nervous. And I said, I was nervous. It took like an hour and 30 minutes to go ahead and just to get those 2 minutes, right? And then she said, oh, I could tell, you should have consulted me because that's one of the things that I do so that, you wouldn't be nervous. Because it was like when you were talking, I was looking for that boom to turn it on, but I didn't see it. So maybe next time you'll get it right. And I just said to myself, thank you. You have a good day, and I'll talk to you next time. Now, what was going on there? Right? It doesn't matter. I love my friend to death, but it doesn't matter if you put anything positive or whatever in front of her. She's always going to point out the negative. Why? Because there is something in here that does not allow her to see life at all in a positive light. Right? Nothing. And I sit up there and I tell myself, I'm like, man, this girl got so much potential and everything, but just think about how much she's holding herself back because she sees the world in such a negative way, and okay with it too. And as much as you try to speak life and talk, it just don't register. So what can you do? Leave it alone and keep pushing. Right? So I want you to see, what do you have? That little bit that you're working with, you can grow it. You can water it. Don't let this year pass by and you going into another year and you saying the same thing, doing the same thing, doing the same person, not manifesting those things that you want in your life. I'm telling you guys, we have to rise above. We have to go higher. And in 2021, we're going higher. You have to decide that what you say you want, you really want, and you are going to go after it. Don't care if you fail. You haven't tried it yet. And if you do fail, so what? Pick yourself back up and try again. Right? It's going to be so much fun. I'm telling you. I got to go because I got a busy day. But the ants workshop, here, let me give you the link to the to the next one. I'm gonna put it out here. If you want to come on. If you think you don't need it, don't worry about it. Right? Tell a friend or someone like that who might need it. Okay. Empower Her Soul. They should be able to put the link out for you today. If you need it, let us know. If not, same thing. Go ahead and give it to someone who needs to forgive. Right? Give it to someone. If you're the person who felt like you did someone wrong and you're asking for someone's forgiveness, figure out how you do that. How do you ask for their forgiveness? Because that's the rub. Everybody will always do the talking about, hey, I've been done wrong and all this stuff or whatever. But what if you the person that did people wrong? You know what I'm saying? What if you the one that hurt somebody? What if you the one that did, the quote unquote deception and everything? How are you asking people for their forgiveness? Or are you asking at all? Or you don't care? And that's a big thing when it comes to family. And we doing this early because it's almost Thanksgiving time. I don't know what your plans are. You might be on Zoom or something like that or whatever with the family. But most definitely, when you need it, just come on and we'll take care of it. All right, I'm going to go now. I got to get the link for y'all. I love you. Heather, I wanted to hear your voice on the thing. So next time on Wednesday, I want to hear you. I want to hear how you sound because you was on, but I didn't hear you. So Sharon, April, Kim, Deborah, Vanessa, all of you ladies, thank you so much. I love you. Bree, I love you guys. And I'll see y'all tomorrow.